Hey, it's Naisha. I'm so excited that we are here together and we're really going to break down why we need to have self-care tips for busy women. First of all, you click this video, so you know you need some self-care, okay? We live our daily lives, some of us are parents, wives, sisters, aunts, and we doing it all. We're doing it all. Between work, school for the little ones. Some of us are in grad school, like myself. We have to take care of the household. And not saying that we don't have help. Maybe the help is not as much as we deserve and need. Okay? So as we go through this video, I want you to have an open mind. If you have not been doing these things in the past, that's okay. That's why we're here together, to understand that you can do these things moving forward. And me, I'm in grad school to become a therapist, and I really want to tell myself and honor with myself that it's okay to take baby steps. My self-care days are not going to look the same every single day, but the ultimate goal is to make sure I get something in, okay? The first one I want to start with is opening up your day with journaling. It does not have to be a fancy journal. I promise you. You can literally open up your notes app. That's something I use, but if you want to stay away from the electronic versions, because I know a lot of people say, no, I'd rather write it, handwrite it, perfectly fine. I have that as well. I have a cute little journal that I love, but if I want something a little bit more quicker, I don't feel like getting up and I still want to rest in my space, opening up my journaling app on my phone or my notes app on my phone is very helpful. And for you, do whatever you please, do what's best for you, and I really want you to honor yourself and your time. Literally, starting with the first thing for me is, I'm so happy I get to journal today. You don't have to start with, dear journal, blah, 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 and think that you have to write an essay if you don't have that much time. But if you have time, if you choose to write a whole essay to your journal, please do. You'll see yourself really coming back to that moment like, wow, I really took a moment for myself. That will give you the opportunity to continue to take more moments. And I want to emphasize, it's okay if you don't journal every day. That's perfectly fine. What you need to do is really take that time and honor that moment. After you journal, you can thank yourself that you really did, because often we move so fast throughout the day, we forget to take a moment to pause. And that pause may not be in the beginning of the day. That pause can be in the middle. Maybe you got to work, you had to get a lot of things done, or you dropped the kids off to school, you had to get a lot of things done, and now you can finally take that pause and deep breath. So I truly recommend opening up your day with journaling. If you can't, do it in midday so you can get things off your mind. And I'm very happy. I'm going to share a couple of journaling prompts right here in the description. So make sure you go check that out, okay? Our next tip for busy moms, busy people, busy women is setting boundaries. Setting boundaries are real, okay? I actually have a video about setting boundaries, so you can go check that out if you need a little bit more assistance with setting your boundaries. And it's gonna feel so good. When you set a boundary with yourself to say no to someone, when you set a boundary with yourself to kind of not participate in activities that you normally would, or when you say no to yourself that you're not gonna overextend, you're gonna feel that internally and you're gonna be like, wow, I'm really happy I did that. And that is a form of self-care. So you really have to just roll back. I'm so busy this week. I cannot add another thing to my calendar. My child has 4 extracurricular activities. Parents, and this technically us, will be adding that to the calendar, but I digress. I digress. I want you to say no to something that you cannot participate in. And tell me how you feel in the comments about that, because rather than filling up your calendar, adding more things to your day, you can take a breather and you can say, wow, I'm here for myself. My children are good. They're eating, they're fed, they're breathing, thankfully. So I'm just going to take my moment. Because if you added something else to your day, you don't know how you would feel. So truly, if you do not feel going to an additional event, if you don't feel like taking on an additional task, you can set back your time and say, I don't feel like being busy. I don't feel like going to that extra task on my extra task list. And really just own in, okay? So it's about you. You really have to start with yourself when you set those boundaries. Our next tip, I want you to practice mindfulness. Now, practicing mindfulness can be any form of grounding for you. That can be meditating. That also could be journaling. That also could be taking a nature walk, possibly without electronic devices. Now, when you set yourself up without electronic devices, you are literally free to think. Your mind is clear. If it's not clear, you can set up your mind to be clear, because we have so much on our mind. Notifications are going off. You forgot to respond to that email or text message. You possibly begin feeling guilty because you didn't open up your email as early as possible. When you don't have that electronic device, you can possibly be thinking about it, but you won't feel guilty and immediately jump into it. So this morning I took like maybe a 12-minute walk. It was a walk around my block. I probably should have did 2 rounds, but it was because I had a good portion of things to do earlier of my day. I was like, okay, I want to enjoy the rest of my day after the tasks got done. So I'm going to just clear my mind. Naisha, get these tasks done so you don't have to think about so much when you're done. I literally had a meeting, I had therapy, and then I had to record this video. However, I want to share something. Therapy was so heavy for me today, I had to put recording this video back on the back end just for a couple of hours. And that felt good to me. I really set the boundaries with myself. I put some mindfulness within my schedule. I just sat down. I enjoy my crisp silence. If you watch a couple of my videos, you know that I enjoy silence. And if you know me, I share it on Instagram and things like that. I enjoy silence. So instead of trying to rush and jump into recording this video after therapy, I said, Naisha, it's okay to watch TV. I had my lunch and I watch TV, which is something I don't normally do during the day. So that moment gave me the understanding that I am taking care of myself. I will record my video as long as I do it at least before my daughter gets home, because when she's home, my attention just goes elsewhere, which is perfectly fine. So I'm going to continue to give myself grace because I took that time for myself. So what I want you to do is remember setting up a time to be mindful for you. As I mentioned, journaling. If you could do a meditation, if you can take a walk around the block or in nature or hike a mountain without electronic devices, those are great forms of mindfulness. If you think of anything else or if there's something else that you do, please share it in the comments. I'm always open because I want to, improve my mental health as well. I'm improving my mental health daily. Daily I am. Even being here with you all, I'm stepping outside my comfort zone. That's giving me the opportunity to do something new, which shows that I'm improving and I'm growing. Okay? So I think I'm going to move on to our last tip, and that is bringing small joys into your day. And what is a small joy for you? That can be baking. If you enjoy baking, I'm not necessarily a baker, but I just got into making some tea. I bought some loose tea from a colleague, a friend, and I am enjoying experimenting with my tea. I am not a tea drinker, but it's like, ooh, I get to have a cup of tea now. I feel like I am a typical millennial, which bringing joy into my day years ago, man, let's go to happy hour, let's turn up, let's put some music on. What I'm appreciating now is some tea in my Yeti so it doesn't get cold. And that's what I'm enjoying. I also enjoy, like I said, I was like, let me actually watch TV while I'm eating my lunch. I don't normally do that. I would normally eat lunch and try to do it without my device next to me. Or if I have my device, I'm looking up YouTube content tips. So bringing joy to my day today, like I said, was watching TV. Another day, if I'm at, I usually go to the gathering spot. We live very close to Atlanta. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop working right now. I'm going to go sit at the bar and have a drink. And that's just me socializing with people, but it's in a different atmosphere. And that brings joy. Also, just, enjoying the trees around me. I have a couple of trees in my neighborhood. Just looking at them, hugging them. I am sometimes a tree hugger if it is not raining outside. Some people hug trees when it is raining. I love it. I just don't like the feeling. So I really step outside my comfort zone, like, hey, let me do something with intention so I can enjoy myself. If you think of anything else new for you, I want you to take that because it's going to bring joy. Even a random spa day. Remember, if you looked at my self-care tips previously, spa days don't have to fit into your schedule or your budget at all times. But if it's going to bring you joy and it aligns within your timeline, please go do it, okay? So I highly emphasize that you do these things for you so you can understand better input and how to bring joy to yourself. I want you to continue practicing your boundaries. If you listened to a couple of my videos previously, practicing boundaries will bring you the joy that you love and need, okay? And if you haven't said no to someone this week, please do, okay? You can say no, and it's not selfish. No is a complete sentence, and while it may be difficult to say no, when you say it that one time, you're like, wow, I could do this again, okay? So I'm rooting for you. I'm here with you. And if you have any questions for me, drop them in the comments. I'm here, and I'm thankful that you're all here today, all right? Talk soon. Peace.